stretch the limbs a little bit, and then when we sit down, I'm going to lead you in the loving kindness meditation. So if once you're ready, we can sit down in your meditation position, however that is. Okay, we usually start by doing a little bit of breath meditation. So just close your eyes. With the eyes closed, first of all, check the position of your body to make sure you're comfortable. And instead of looking at your body, just feel the sensations in the body. And if there's anything which needs to be moved, adjusted, now's the time to do it. So the body is well set up for the meditation. Then bring the mindfulness, the awareness into the present moment. This is meditation time. There's been a suitcase in the left hand filled with the past, a suitcase in the right hand filled with anticipations and plans for the future. Put both of those suitcases down and leave them alone for the duration of the meditation. And put all the attention into the present moment, only concerned with what you're experiencing now. What are you conscious of in this very moment? And follow that flow of consciousness. As you become aware of the flow of consciousness inside of you from moment to moment, you then become aware of the experience and the commentary. Let go of that commentary, that description you give to yourself, and stay more with the experience of now. And then turn that awareness onto the breathing. Not forcing the breath, leaving the breath alone, but just watching it, observing it, as if from a distance. Just one breath at a time. As if you were sitting on a beach and watching the waves come in and go away. Not trying to make the waves come faster or taller. In the same way, one sits in the mind and watches the breath coming in and going out, just like waves on the beach. Filling more of the mind with the experience of breath, not being concerned with anything else whatsoever. Any other sounds or feelings or concerns other than the breath are on the edge of your mind, and the breath takes the center. Let it be. Let it be. Not trying to change anything. Not giving orders in the mind to do this or do that. Now we'll start some loving kindness meditation. Imagine in your mind a puppy, a young kitten, or a baby. Whichever imaginary object you find is easiest to give feelings of warmth and protection towards. And when you arouse that image of a puppy or kitten or baby, imagine that right before you, alone, vulnerable, subject to pain and cold and hunger and the attacks of many other creatures in this very harsh and competitive world. Imagine that small being is alone, without protection, except maybe for you. Imagine the eyes of that being staring into yours. Big eyes, afraid, but with hope. Hope that somehow it can arouse your love. The feelings of warmth and protection towards something who would die in cold, in rejection and pain without your help. Imagine yourself smiling at that small kitten or puppy or baby, then having that smile returned in that small being's eyes. Imagine yourself saying, I care. I will protect you from pain, from hurt, from hunger. I will do whatever I can to look after you and protect you in this world. I wish you well. May you always be happy and free of pain. Imagine arms coming out from your body and bringing that being close to your chest, just above where your heart is, and cuddling that being so it does not feel rejection, that its body feels your warmth, your body feels its warmth. The door of my heart is open to you. Without criticism, without judgment, I will love you no matter what. And bring that creature even closer, right into your heart. The being which needs you, and you need it. As you're developing this meditation, saying such words as these to yourself, also notice the feeling of love, the physical feeling which is generated around the chest, the feeling in the mind of warmth, of emotional, irrational care towards another. May you be happy and well. May you be free of all suffering. I wish you well. Instead of that puppy or kitten or baby, imagine someone who you love very much. someone you're very close to, and imagine a picture of them in front of your mind. They too need your love. They too are subject to pain and rejection, to the hunger in this world. They too need your love and warmth. And that being who you're already very close to, in your mind say to them, the door of my heart is also open to you. I love you. Come in. Imagine yourself with arms coming out from your body, embracing this person, bringing them closer to your warmth, as if there's a white light in your heart spreading out and embracing this being, the light of love, of warmth to them. May you be happy. May you be well. I care enough to spend a lot of my time looking after your happiness. Instead of that person, think of somebody else, another friend or family member, and to them too, spread this warmth of love and acceptance. They too need the warmth from your heart. A baby needs to be cuddled in the first few hours of its life, otherwise it dies. So do human beings at all stages of their life. Bring this imaginary being close to your heart. See its eyes in your eyes. May you be happy and well. If the feeling of love starts to fade as you're going through the images of other people, go back to that first object, the puppy, the kitten, baby, until the feeling of warmth, kindness, love is very strong. If the fire goes out, put on more kindling. And then, without opening your eyes, imagine all the people in this room, all the people just like you, who need love to survive, who are vulnerable to pain, to disappointment, to anguish. Even though they may not show it, they feel it just like you. And put your arms as if extending right around this room, embracing everyone herein, saying to everyone sitting in this room, I wish you well. May your pain be relieved. May your disappointment vanish. I care in this moment. The door of my heart is open to you as well. And as if there is a light coming from your heart, spreading out to all the people in this room, bathing them with your energy, them bathing you with theirs. The emotional warmth of pure loving kindness, which asks nothing back in return. Imagine those arms spreading out over the whole of Perth. The people in the hospitals awaiting operations, in pain, in despair. The people in arguments in the home, the people living out on the streets. All people on Perth in this moment, as if one can embrace them and say, I care. I wish you well, not harm. May you be happy and well. and the arms spreading even wider to embrace the whole planet, the whole universe, the whole cosmos. May all beings be happy and well. May they be free from oppression and pain. Think of those beings and think of the flame in your heart, this great force of loving kindness, sustaining the attention on the meaning of love. Door of my heart always open to you. You're developing this sustained attention on this mind state of love. Instead of the whole universe, put you in front of your mind. You, like your best friend, like that puppy, kitten or dog, you too need love and care and affection. You too deserve forgiveness for maybe 2 bad bricks in the wall. To be able to say to yourself, the door of my heart is open to me. Come in. And imagine embracing yourself. No matter what you've done, no matter what you might do, there is always a time to allow yourself in. And give yourself that warmth, that care, that time to be at one with yourself. May I be happy. May I be well. May I stop harming myself with harsh judgments and even punishments. Whatever I've done is past and gone. The door of my heart is open now, no matter what I've done. And allow oneself to dwell in that warmth, the healing warmth of unconditioned love. Come out of meditation now. How do you feel? That meditation on loving kindness can be done using your own words, but hopefully the words which I've suggested today can give you an idea of how the loving kindness meditation is done, starting on what is easy and building up to what is hard. And there comes a time when the loving kindness is so strong that no matter who it is in front of you, you can just blast them with forgiveness. And it's a very powerful meditation. You'll find that people who have loving kindness meditation, that no one can harm you. There's once here that when we first got this centre, we had an opening ceremony. We invited the then Governor of WA, Sir Gordon Reid. I was the person who was responsible for ordering the chairs and the tables, the marquee and all of the things. But wouldn't you know, when the chairs arrived, we had 8 chairs for the VIPs, not only Sir Gordon Reid and his wife, but a few politicians as well. Not one of those chairs had legs the same length. They all wobbled. And the other chairs were really dirty, as if they'd come from some outback show. And I'd gone to great lengths to ask the hire company to please get the best chairs. We didn't mind paying extra because this was an important occasion for us. But when these terrible chairs came on a Friday afternoon, I had to ring up the office of the hire company. Fortunately, I just got the person just before they left to knock off for the weekend. I explained we had the Governor of WA coming. Please, can we do something about these chairs? She said, no trouble, it must be some mistake. About 45 minutes later, the truck came up the drive outside. Before it got halfway up this drive, when it was still going, still moving along, one of the workmen jumped out. His fist was clenched and he was swearing terribly. Where's the bloke in charge, he was saying. I want the bloke in charge. They'd been called out from the pub, they'd already knocked off. And they had to deliver these chairs to these blooming Buddhists. He ran up towards me as I said, I'm the bloke in charge. And he put his fist in front of my nose and breathed alcohol into my face. But that's all he could do no more. Because instead of getting fear or angry or trying to explain myself, I just gave him loving kindness. It's amazing how you can disarm somebody just with loving kindness if it comes from the heart, not from the head, but from the heart. There was an interesting experience that there was other monks there and other people from the Buddhist society, but no one came to my help. But fortunately I didn't need any help because the fellow was stuck there. He had his fist in front of me, but he couldn't do anything else. And one of his friends, the mates, when the truck stopped, just put his hand on the shoulder, come on. And we all gave them a hand. And the truck was unloaded in no time and everyone left quite at peace. Loving kindness is very powerful to stop aggression. Even animals respect loving kindness. In Tibet, before the communists took over that country, the rabbits, for example, used to run towards the people, not away from them. They had no fear. So loving kindness is a marvelous way to develop the mind, to allow oneself in and to allow others in as well. The door of my heart is always open to you. Please come in. It's a meditation, something we develop. And if you develop these meditations of either peaceful meditation, insight meditation, giving wisdom, or loving kindness, then you would reap some great results. Especially loving kindness meditation. Sometimes we think we know what love means, but we don't really. We think it, we don't feel it. This is feeling, developing the mind state within. It's both very beautiful and blissful as one dwells in love, and it's also very useful in this world, which is sometimes so uncaring, and especially it's important to develop to oneself. Allow yourself in as well. As even in the Christian Bible it says, to love your neighbour as yourself. So how about loving yourself as your neighbour? So, has anyone got any questions about the meditations I've briefly talked on this afternoon? Are you all blissed out or something? I just will mention that peace is something which you develop. You can't just will in the moment. It's something which you learn how to make inside of yourself. Wisdom is something which you learn to develop, you learn to make by sustaining the awareness on whatever you choose. and love is something which you develop for yourself. It doesn't happen naturally. It's something you develop. So if you really want to be a loving person, develop your mind. And then you will know what my teacher Ajahn Chah said. That what is meditation? What is food? Why do you eat? Why do you meditate? How? And what do you get out of eating? You get fitness and health. What do you get out of meditating? You get fitness and health of mind. The happiness of the heart. So I will leave that with you. And if you have any more questions, you can come up afterwards to ask them. But before I go, there's a few announcements I'd like to make. This is the last, the fourth of this series, which we advertise, of Introduction to Meditation. There is an ongoing meditation here every Saturday afternoon for both beginners and for those who are continuing with the meditation. The continuing course, or the regular meditators, we usually sit for 40 minutes on a Saturday afternoon, but at the same time there's another class here in this centre where we just sit for maybe 15 or 20 minutes. So you may come to either one of those at the same time here on a Saturday afternoon. And we invite you to, if you haven't been into the reception area and the library, which is in the room over there, you are most welcome to have a look in there, and on the notice board which shows some of our activities in our Buddhist centre. We've got a note here that if you have trouble sitting on the floor for long periods of time, you may see many people using these stools, which are very comfortable to sit on. You can sit on these for long periods. The way you sit on these, I didn't explain this before, so I'll just show you now. That just kneeling on the ground, you place them behind you, over both legs, and then you put your bottom down on the stool. And that takes all the weight away from your knees as the back is supported, and it's very comfortable indeed to sit in this way. And these meditation stools are very easy to make. You can see they're just 3 pieces of wood. You can adjust the height to suit, your preferences, and you can adjust the angle. Some people have them upholstered and make them very, very soft and nice. You can reinforce them if you're overweight. It's really up to you. But these are very easy to make. We do have a few on sale in the library over there if you wish to inquire about them. These are meditation stools, and the cushions which many of you have used over here, these are the black or blue or red things which are stuffed with a special material. If you wish for one of those, there's also some which we keep over there on sale in the centre over there. And the last thing, that in about a month's time, if you are very keen in meditation and you find it reasonably easy to sit for reasonably long lengths of time, every so often we hold a meditation retreat. And that retreat is for one whole weekend, where we do many hours of meditation on sessions of about 45 minutes, one after the other, with spaces of walking meditation in between and keeping silence for the whole weekend. And if not now, at least later on, if you really wish to develop the meditation, I encourage you to come to one of these meditation weekend retreats, because it's a time when one does meditation one after the other, and one builds up the momentum of peace and silence, or like love. And at the end of the retreats, one goes back home very happy and contented. And as I said last week, about that story of the man who always wanted to go on the retreat, and his wife never would let him go. But when she did let him go, he came back such a beautiful husband that she always paid for him to go on the next retreats. So that they're very useful, if not for you, for the people you live with. So information about them is also on the notice board in the room, the reception room opposite. And thank you for coming. If you're interested in coming again next Saturday and also enjoying some of the other facilities here, again, you're most welcome. If you have any other questions you'd like to ask, then please come up afterwards. Thank you for coming.